Hello friends, welcome to another session of video tutorial on Java. Please subscribe to my channel. To subscribe to my channel, click on the subscribe button and then click on the bell icon so that whenever I post a new video, you get the latest updates. In the last session, we have seen what is data type, what are primitive and non-primitive data types, and also we have seen how to typecast. In today's session, we will go through different operators available in Java. The operators which we are going to concentrate today on are assignment operator, arithmetic operator, increment or decrement operators, logical operators, relational operators, and we will look at the precedence, especially using those brackets. Let us look at assignment operator. As we have seen in the last example of data types, we have assigned some values to a particular variable. So equals to is nothing but this is an assignment operator which assigns a particular value. So this is the value which is being assigned to this particular variable. So how do we assign? Using assignment operator. Equals to is an assignment operator. There are other assignment operators available which I will cover after arithmetic operators. Okay, so what are the arithmetic operators available? Plus, minus, multiply, divide and modulo operator. So plus will add two numbers, subtract two numbers, multiply two numbers, divide two numbers, and it is a modulus operator. Okay, so let us see an example of this arithmetic operator now. Okay, let me create another class here. Right click, class. This I'm going to call it as operators. Select main. Okay, so for example, int a is equal to 10. So this is an assignment operator. Equals to here is an assignment operator, and I'm going to declare another variable and initialize it with 15. So addition. Int sum is equal to a plus b. So this is nothing but addition of two numbers. Okay, and subtraction. We call it as a sum, and s sum is equal to a minus b can we call it as sum, and this as subtraction is equal to a minus b multiplication a b and division a divided by b. Okay, and then modulo. So int mod is equal to a percent. Okay, So let us print these values. Sum. Okay. Sub. Div as well as mark. Okay, so these are arithmetic operators wherein we have used it to add two numbers, subtract, multiply, divide as well as modulo. So let us run this and see. Right click, run as Java application. Save this. Okay, the sum is 25. The subtraction result is -5, 150, and if I divide 10 by 15 I get 0, and then A modulo B provided the result as 10. Okay, the modulo will gives you a reminder. So let me interchange this so that at least we can see some proper values. Right click, run as Java application. As you can see now, okay, the division is 1, the value is 1, so that means it should have been 1.5. Since it is being converted to integer, so it provided me only 1, and the remainder of this is 5. Okay, so this is an example for arithmetic operators. Since we have seen arithmetic operators now, we will go back to assignment operator now. Okay, we will slightly modify this. Okay, so what I will do is I will copy this across and then comment this and paste it here. Okay, so instead of this, what we can do is A plus equals to B, and then A minus equals to B, equals to A divided by equals to equals to. Okay, so what this says is this is nothing but A is equal to A plus B. Similarly, for this subtraction, A is equal to A minus B. Okay, so A is equal to A multiplied by B. A is equal to A divided by B. A is equal to A modulo B. So instead of printing this value, we need to print the value of A after each operation. Okay. Let us save this and run it again. After first addition, the A value will be 25, and during the second operation A will be 25 and B will be 10, which is 25 minus 10 is 15, and now A is assigned with 15. So after this, the A value will be 25 and here A value will be 15. minus 25 minus 10, which is okay. So here a value will be again 15 multiplied by 10, which is 150. So here the value of a will be 150. So 150 divided by 10. So here the value will be 15, and 15 divided by 10, the remainder will be 5. So the value of a will be 5. The value of a constantly changes here. This is how we can also make use of assignment operators. Okay, so let us look at increment and decrement operators now. For this, I'm going to delete this. Okay, so I'm going to say a plus plus, which is increment the value of a by 1. Okay, and I'm going to say b minus minus, which is decrement the value of b by 1. Whenever we provide these operators plus plus or minus minus after the variable, then it is called postfix operator. Okay, if you provide it before, then it is prefix. So these are all postfix operators. So let us print the values. Let us print the values here. A and B. Okay, now prefix. It will be first operator followed by the variable name. So this will also increment the value by 1 and minus minus B. So let us print the value again here. Okay, so let us save this and run this. Okay, the initial value of A was 15 at this point of time and B was 10. So we incremented the value of A by 1 and B we decremented it by 1. So the A value is 16, B value is 9. Okay, and after this we incremented the value of A. The value of A was 16 and we incremented it by 1, which is 17 now, and we decremented the value of B by 1. Again this became 8. Okay, so this will plus plus will increment, minus minus will decrement. So what is the actual difference? The actual difference will come into picture only when we assign these values after incrementing either postfix or prefix to a particular variable. Okay, so let us add another variable called result. Result is equal to a plus plus I'll declare two variable result add result sum. Okay, so result sub will be A equals to B1 minus. This will be result add. Okay, so let us print the value of A and B and plus result add and result subtract plus so let us print it only for postfix operator now. So let us run this again. Okay, the value of A is 16. Okay, and the value of B is 9. But if you look at the value of result add is still 15. And the value of result subtract is still 10. Okay, so that means it will assign the value first to these variable and then it will either increment or decrement the value. Okay, in postfix it will assign the value first to a particular variable and then it increments the value. So that is why result add and result sub is still same as A and B, but the value of A and B is 16 and 9. Okay, so let us see now prefix operator. Okay, result add okay, so let me comment the postfix one first. Okay, and then I'll copy this and paste it here. Okay, so let us not get confused. To avoid confusion, I have commented these two out. Okay, so and save it. Let us run this again. Okay, now you can see A is 15, B is 10. Okay, so it is going to increment the value of A. Once it increments the value of A, it becomes 16. So that is getting assigned to result add. Okay, so the prefix operator, what prefix operator will do is it will increment the value first and then it will assign it to the particular, it will assign it to that particular variable. So that is why we see 16, 9 and 16, 9. In postfix, it assigns the value to variable first and then it increments the value. Wherein in prefix, it will increment the value and then assigns. So let us see all of them printed together so that you can make out the difference. For that, I need to create two more variables here. Two. For prefix, I'm going to print it. I'm going to add the values to add 1 and sub 1, and for prefix, I'm going to add it to add 2 and sub 2. So this also I need to change here. So now you can easily make out the difference. Okay, so let us run this, save, run it again. Okay, you can make out the difference. So this is value of A for postfix and this is the value of A in prefix. This is the value of B for postfix and prefix, and these two are the variables. We saw 17 here because A was already incremented. A was incremented here, so from 15 it became 16. Now when I increment it again here, it became 17. The same way B was decremented here and B was decremented again here, so that is why I am seeing 9 and 8 here. But if you look at result add and result add 1 and result sub 1, it is same as A and B here, but here it is 17 and 8. So one thing to note here is prefix will increment the value first before it is assigned to a particular variable, and in postfix it assigns that value to a particular variable and then increments. Okay, we will take a look at logical and relational operators in the next session when we cover the conditional statements. So this makes sense to cover in that particular session. There is some order of precedence for these assignment and arithmetic operators. Some of them may be from left to right and some of them may be from right to left. So if you are having any doubt in the precedence, then it is always advisable to use these brackets. Okay, so for example, let me delete this first. Okay, so now if I say I'm going to have another variable called result. Okay, result is equal to A star B divided by B. Okay, so there is some order of precedence which this computation takes while computing the result. Let us run this and see. Okay, so in this case it was A multiplied by B, which is 150 divided by 10. Okay, which is 15. So this is from left to right. Suppose say if you don't know the order of precedence in while computing any of these results, so it is always better to use the brackets. Okay, so in this case I want to compute A and B first, which is A multiplied by B first and then followed by division. Okay, so whenever you have doubt in the precedence, in the order of precedence which the computation takes, it is always better to use these brackets so that you get the correct result. Okay, let me run this again. So I got 15. So whenever you are in doubt with the order of precedence of computation, so it is always advisable to make use of these brackets. In today's session we covered assignment, arithmetic, increment and decrement operators. We will cover logical and relational in the next session. That is the end of today's session.